All right, so let's talk about the Eureka lesson for tomorrow.
Okay.
So we are on lesson 12.
Mhm.
What standards do you find that are being addressed in the lesson?
I found one OA1.
Yep, so the problem solving standard.
Yes. Up to 20. And I said one OA6.
Okay, so that kind of demonstrating fluency of addition within 10, definitely. So in lesson 12, they're going to be needing to solve the add to with change unknown word problems. And then they're still using the counting on strategy to help them solve. And then with the knowledge and skills, so today we started talking about the counting on strategy, so I'm just kind of build off tomorrow, like why do we use the counting on strategy and like how does it help us solve for more efficiently for the unknown part.
Okay.
So just kind of reiterating why the counting on strategy is an efficient strategy for them to use.
Okay.
And then with the assessments, you have your assessments with you.
Yes.
So basically they're having to find the unknown part. So when I looked at the assessments, I found all of the problems that had them finding an unknown part.
Okay. So.
And then also with the exit ticket, they're having to use the process of drawing a picture and counting on to solve for the missing part.
Okay.
And they're going to see a lot of this on the mid and end of module exam. So I decided to grade this exit ticket because this is something that's going to be later assessed down the road on the assessments.
Okay. Let me make a note of that so I remember that this is a graded ticket.
Yes. So let's kind of talk about the frame of the lesson.
Okay.
So the what, the why, and the how. And yesterday, like we practiced, or today we practiced using the counting on strategy. So today, the what is we're going to continue using the counting on strategy to find the missing part. And followed by the why, remember just like reiterating that counting on is a more efficient strategy, so that's why we're using it. And then the how part, so tomorrow they're going to be using the counting on strategy to help them solve the addition word problems more efficiently. And then our key points. Did you have an objective that you think maybe would work for the lesson?
I was just going to use the one that was already here, just solving add to change with change unknown.
Okay. So basically, to make this like into more kid-friendly terms, I would just say I can solve for the missing part in addition math stories by using the counting on strategy. Okay. So I definitely use the objective as a reference, but I always like to put it in kid-friendly terms so that they can relate to it better and they have a more clear understanding. So then a few key points that I would like to highlight for them. Remember, these are just really short, sweet, to the point. So reiterating that the counting on strategy helps me to solve math stories more efficiently. That's definitely something I want to address as a key point. And then the next three key points are kind of like the steps that I go through with them. So first, listen to the story. Second, identify your starting quantity and identify your total. And then third, put the starting quantity in your head and count on. until you reach the total, and then asking yourself how many did you count on. And then the last key point is I like to tell them how they're going to be showing improving their thinking. So they'll be doing that by using a picture, writing a number sentence, and writing a statement.
Okay.
And then materials. So you know that I use the whiteboard protector sheets,
Yes.
and I kind of make guided notes that are aligned to the lesson. So the guided notes allow them to show their thinking the same way that is going to be addressed on the exit ticket, so they have that practice and exposure.
Okay.
And then the materials are also going to allow them to get practice with the counting on strategy from the very beginning of the lesson. All right, so thinking about like our different roles in the lesson, we kind of just went through the internalization process. Thinking about what our roles are. So for my role, I'm going to be working with the two small groups on the carpet.
Okay.
And then your role. So for your role, you know that you're monitoring Zearn. You have your daily list of who you're checking in with.
Yes.
Very quickly to just clear up any misconceptions and struggles and challenges that they're having on Zearn. And just monitoring that they're wearing their headphones, they're working silently, and then also checking the Zearn report a few times throughout, just so we can kind of see the pace of where kids are at each day and seeing if they're on track for mastering their 4 lessons on Zearn.
Okay.
Do you feel comfortable with your roles in the lesson? Do you have any questions?
No. Tomorrow I just have nylon to pull. Is that okay? Like that I don't have more kids to.
Yep. And after you finish pulling nylon, you can check the report and see if there's any additional like tower or sprint alerts that you can quickly pull for a small group. And
Okay.
I know on Thursday you're gonna pull a small group for quick fluency. So on Wednesday we can look at the sprint reports and
Okay.
see who needs those fluency and foundational skills.
Okay.
And then we can talk later about what the fluency small group can look like.
Okay.
All right.
That works.
Cool.